Hello, my loves. Welcome in today. I'm excited to read for you. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope that you've been working on your creative endeavors and practicing your intuition. I'm excited to see what we have today. So let's dive right in. I'm getting some vibey-wibies of teamwork, studying, and transformation energy today. So, without further ado, let's get right into it today, my loves. What do you have for us today, spirits? Queen of Cups. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so this is about our intuition. This came out in reverse, so we're having some kind of creative blocks that we need to work through today. Or the divine is slowly unblocking this for you. You might be having more creativity come to you and more intuitive abilities coming into you. There is a fulfillment that will come in from your intuition and creativity. So if you focus on that side of you more, I know that society tells us the exact opposite, right? But if you focus on that side of you more, you're going to have the fulfillment that you're looking for. Let's see specifically what Queen of Cups is. Codependency, emotional baggage, self-care, emotional intelligence, intuition, and creativity. Well, I nailed that with and that was all intuition, you guys. This is how your intuition can start to become if you build it. You will just know things and it will come to you. So this codependency, emotional baggage, self-care, we are needing to take care of ourselves. I've talked about this before, but there are 4 pillars to our mental health that help us stand sturdy so that when our towers come in and our pain, our old traumas come in to try and knock down our tower stands firm because we have our 4 pillars. So the first one is your diet, the things that you're putting into your body. The second one is our play, how much fun are we having, and lightheartedness and childlike sensibility. The third one is hygiene, which comes down to if you're taking care of your body as well as your spirit, so spiritual hygiene as well. And then the fourth one is exercise. Are you getting up and moving and getting your blood moving? I feel like meditation also comes into that. Meditation's really important. And so if we have our 4 pillars, all of our needs met, we are able to unlock that creative energy and intuitive energy a lot easier. And it also, an added benefit to that is that things or people that want to hurt us have a much harder time doing that because we are well taken care of and we're intuitive and creative and open for the divine to speak to us. Okay? Anything else to help clarify this codependency or emotional baggage my collective is experiencing? Okay. So we're withholding our creativity. I'm almost getting like a you're not sharing your crown. And okay, so this collective, you guys are royalty. If you are here, you are soul royalty, spiritual royalty. And you have a calling here on this earth this time around. And you are being asked to step into this leadership role. But we are withholding something. We're not stepping into our crown like we're being asked to. Something is holding us back. Some fears, some doubts, something in our heart that's stopping us from moving towards our truest heart desires. Learning to listen to your heart can be very difficult when you've been gaslit or experienced certain types of abuse or made to feel crazy in your life. So it's really important that the person you lean on when it comes to following your heart is specifically you. And that, yes, you can take input from the people you love and trust, but at the end of the day, you need to be following your heart. Spirit is sending you a lot of signs. Right now is a great time for you to practice your intuition and following your heart, because Spirit is putting you through this class mode right now. You are in classes in session right now. Your life has become a classroom to practice your intuition. So look for those opportunities daily. Look for the signs. You might have some specific signs that you've set up with your spirit team. If you haven't tried to contact your spirit team and get to know your spirit team, that is a perfect thing to do when you first start meditating, depending on where you're at in your spiritual journey. And so take time to get to know your spirit team, trust what comes to you, and start sitting with yourself more, because you have a big leadership role. And this isn't something that needs to be scary. If you work on healing yourself and your inner wounding and your inner child, and the popular term right now is shadow work, if you work on those things, it will naturally be easier for you to open up and share with the world the creation that your soul is working on bringing into this world. Okay? Any oracles for us today? So this deck, when I bring out these cards, I'm going to give you 1 minute to look at the card, and I want you to tell me what comes to you in the comments. Feel free to, it's like an intuition practice, and I want to see what you guys have to say too. It'll help other people as well as me. And we will, I'll respond to you guys in the comments. You guys can talk to each other, but this is a really great exercise. You don't have a wrong answer, and so whatever comes to you will be perfect. I just, feel free to participate. Any oracles that want to come forward to assist us with this stepping into leadership and trusting our intuition and our heart? Spirit. Do a shuffle. And you'll get small nudges like that. We might need to work on some throat chakra healing too, feeling like we can say what we need to say. That will really boost our creativity. It'd be a great idea for this collective to voice their needs and opinions and not be afraid of the response from others. All right, we got 2 that came out. This is the anxiety monster coming out. And in the comments, you can just write the number 37 for this card, or you can write the title of the card, Quiet the Anxiety Monster. Feel free to pause. And then we got number 24, Alchemize Pain. Okay, and so we've talked about this a few times on this channel, but I'm gonna start fresh because I feel like we might be moving into a little sprinkling of a different collective. But this anxiety monster is one that has served you, probably from childhood. And this is a really great time to work on letting that go and living your life in a way that doesn't require your anxiety to help you make decisions. And I know it can be really hard to decide if something is intuition or anxiety. And our job is to learn how to open our heart in a way that we can start deciphering between these two things. Because at the end of the day, we don't need our anxiety monster, but we do need our intuition. And so fine-tuning this is really important right now in your journey. And this is going to be something that helps you for the rest of your life. This is something that will make your life easy. So it's important that we really work on this, okay? Alchemize pain. Alchemy comes down to, it's transmutation. It's how do we turn our pain into something else. And for this creative collective, it does come down to your creativity. That will be the easiest way for you to transmute any types of pains, even if it's old pains, old wounds, or new things that are coming up in your day-to-day life. If we create from our pain, we are able to turn that into that energy we're given into something else. We're given energy, and it comes in lots of different forms, and sometimes it's a lower vibrational energy, but we can still use that for our benefit. Okay, we should be looking at everything as an opportunity, and everything as something that will serve us in some way. And when you start expanding your mind to start seeing opportunity rather than consequence, you're able to transmute those things a lot easier. But beyond that, where was my train of thought? You're able to transmute that a lot easier. And then you're creating and you're doing something good with your pain, and it heals those wounds. It really helps heal those wounds. There's a lot of resistance in this energy today, feeling. I don't know if it's just hard to receive these types of messages. If I'm too bossy, let me know in the comments. I like to be bossy. That's my bad. But I'm also not really sorry about it, so I guess you don't have to let me know. It doesn't matter. I'm full in teacher mode today, guys. I don't know what happened to my goofiness, but that's where we are today. This just feels like a very like wanting to study energy. Whoever's here today really wants to study, really wants to move forward with their growth. And so it's like almost a no shenanigans, but we need to have that play in our life too. It's important that we have good experience and happy experiences. And the more that you allow yourself to just be in the moment with things, the more things will just magnetize to you, okay? So in light of that, let's add some goof in, and let's see what our Harry Potter deck says. Spirit. And this is Spirit guiding you through your intuition. There's just really heavy on the intuition today. I don't know if it's because I kind of do the intuition exercises. It's kind of interesting how it's worked out that way. But this is your heart leading you, spirit leading you, and being guided through this part of your journey. And this is going to be a different part of your journey than you've ever experienced before. So it's important that you're really trusting right now. And I know when I say that, it might be really hard to hear because trust is very difficult. It's almost, this collective might have an easier time saying I love you than I trust you to somebody. And I know, but you can trust yourself and you can trust your spirit team, and that's the grounds for that. That's the very beginning of this journey. Alright, anything else from our Harry Potter deck? And this is a short message today. Spirit is just wanting to mention to somebody that our, focus on our heart and our intuition, and that class is in session right now. I think that's just, this is a, hey, welcome in, class is in session. This is what you're doing right now. You're going through initiation right now. And right now we're heavily focusing on our intuition and following our heart, which means you are allowed to open yourself to dreams, big dreams that you've had, little dreams that you've had, desires. You are allowed to wish for things and want things. This is a collective that might even have a hard time asking your spirit team or your god or goddess or even your higher self for things. Having a hard time asking anyone for anything. This is the time to cut that the fuck out. This is the time where we start asking for what we want and being okay asking for what we want. And being okay receiving the wonderful things that are coming towards you without being afraid something bad is going to happen. Without being afraid that it's all going to fall apart or that the other shoe will drop. Okay, so this is a welcome to class. You are in the next phase. This is all about focusing that intuition. And feel free, number 38, write in the comments what you see or feel. The color pink and green are heart chakra colors. Purple is intuition. It is the chakra above. Birds might be very significant for this collective. And yeah, it's that really honing in and focusing on this. There's something about this collective that your intuition will guide you through your career paths and is vital for your career path. Whatever, there is a wave of new entrepreneurs, companies, I don't know, lawyers, teachers. There's a new wave coming in that is going to kind of start changing the way that these structures are. And you're part of that wave. So whatever path you're going down, you want to really hone in your intuition and you really want to allow yourself that creative flow. Creative flow starts at your root chakra. So we don't want to be afraid of our sexual energies and any wounding that you have around that area. It is great to gently start working on that. This is a great time for that. That will really start to help you unlock. And if you're having a hard time with your intuition, it's because we have root chakra we need to heal. And the best way to start that is to connect with our Mother Earth, sit in the grass, feed in the grass, meditate in the grass, and connect with her. Because you are a plant, you are a tree, and she wants you to root within her, connect within her, and she will guide you through this process. Okay, so connect more with nature if you're having problems with your root. And this was a beautiful message, guys. I don't think there's anything else unless we have a goodbye. This is cool, you guys. Welcome to your new class. Welcome to your new phase in your journey. I'm so glad that I get to walk with you and hold your hand through it. And this is not what I was expecting today, so how fun. Congratulations and welcome. We're so excited to see all that you become, and I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and again, congratulations. You've worked really hard to get here. So have fun with this. Have fun with this new beginning. That is the pillar that I keep hearing that we need to keep working on, okay? Is that fun pillar. Just have fun. This is meant to be fun and lighthearted. Okay, congratulations, guys. I love you. I'll see you next time. Mwah! Bye!